Great morning, everybody. We're about to get started in a second. Good, great morning, everybody. We got good audio over there. About to get started in a second. Yeah, the audio was good. Just gonna give Facebook and Instagram some time to notify everyone that we are live, and then we will begin. So have no fear. Stick and stay. Don't go anywhere. Stick and stay. Don't go anywhere. Just giving the social media platforms some time to notify the tribe that Wes Walters is live and CX in the morning is on its way. So have no fear. Great morning. Great morning. Just giving Facebook and Instagram some time to notify the rest of the family that we are live. So just hang tight. That was a good time to grab your cup of coffee and come back in 3 minutes. We're going to start exactly at 8:05 as we always do. So go grab you a cup of coffee, grab you a chai tea latte, some lemongrass, some ginger tea, or some, whatever concoction you can, some garlic tea. Get you some tea and some coffee, and we will begin at exactly at 8:05. All right? Let me know that you're in the group. Oh my goodness. Good morning, Miss Dorsey. CX family. Great morning, Miss Dorsey. You're gonna really enjoy this one. I made a post on Instagram about you should do a SWOT analysis on yourself, and man, it's been shared, and everybody was hitting me up in my DM, like, a lot of people were transparent, like, what's a SWOT analysis? And I was like, I had a topic scheduled already for Friday, because I plan my week out, but I was like, you know what? Because this is on the top of my mind, that's what we're going to talk about instead. So you are definitely going to enjoy this, and of course, drop uh, your social media handle in there so I can promote you, because everyone needs support, and by far the Instagram feed looks amazing. Not sure what class you took, but you are definitely doing it. Definitely doing it. So put it on there, and I will definitely promote it to the highest level possible. All right, we got 2 more minutes. Grab you a cup of coffee, cup of tea if you need it, because we're going to begin exactly at 8:05. 1 minute, and we're going to begin exactly in 1 minute. 1 minute. All right. 30 seconds. 30 seconds. We're going to begin in 30 seconds. 30 seconds. And we're going to be going live in 30 seconds. T minus 30 seconds. Pile on in. Don't be afraid. Come on in. All my family on Instagram, great morning, business owners and managers. Great morning. We see the family on YouTube. Great morning, everybody. I see you, King 127. I see you, John Smith. John Smith, that's his name. All the family on Periscope. Hey, great morning, business owners and managers on Periscope. And of course, the family in the tribe on Facebook at Wes Walters and Associates. All right, it is 8:05. Let the juggling begin. Great morning, business owners and managers, and welcome to another episode of CX in the Morning, Customer Experience in the Morning. I am your host, Wes Walters, and on every single CX in the Morning, I bless you with customer service tips, customer experience tricks, and I leave you with gems. And by gems, I mean actionable takeaways that you can implement at the speed of now. Immediately after this broadcast, you will be able to implement what you've learned with yourself, with your team, making you, your team, and your business better. You will learn the importance of implementing and creating an awesome customer experience and how that affects your bottom line. And that by itself, my friend, is pretty awesome. And who doesn't want to be awesome, right? This is awesome TV. So I am happy that you're here. How has everyone's week been? How has your week been? Not how it felt based on the metrics, based on the numbers. How was the week? Not emotional. It felt great or it felt bad. I'm waiting for the president's. No, how did the week go based on the metrics? Yeah, let's talk about metrics. How was the week based on the numbers? Not about emotions, how you felt. How does the numbers say that your week went? That's what I'm concerned about. Thank you. Boom. All right. So KJ Beauty Supply. KJ Beauty Supply is where you can find all of your beauty supply store needs. Every single thing that you need for beauty supplies that you would normally get from a beauty supply store, you don't even have to be in the state. They do online shipping and you can order online. That's what I'm talking about at the speed of now. So how has everyone's week been? All right. My week has been pretty good based on the numbers, right? So again, like I was saying, I posted a something on my Instagram feed that said that you should do a SWOT analysis on yourself. And a lot of business owners, a lot of people were inboxing me like, whoa, I never thought about that. I've done that for my business, but I've never done that for myself. And I said, well, of course, if you're going to be at the helm of the organization, if you're going to be running the business, the most important person that needs one is you. So absolutely doing a SWOT analysis on yourself is something that you should do, that I do, if not every half. I used to do it every quarter, but not anymore. It became cumbersome, but at least twice a year. And this is something that I learned even before I was into business. One of my older mentors in my life was like, Wes, you need to do a SWOT analysis on yourself consistently, always raising the bar, always leveling up, always going to the next level. So this is something that I implemented even before I was an entrepreneur. And this is something that if you, a business owner and manager, this is something that you should participate in. So I figured we would do a SWOT analysis in real time here so that everyone can see how it's done. And it's really, really simple. So it's not that something that that takes a lot of time or something that takes a lot of work, but it is so necessary to do because it will make you and your business and your team better. So let me share my screen here. Let me share my screen. Let me share my screen. All right, great. So you guys are seeing my screen right now. So we're going to do a SWOT analysis since Miss Dorsey is here and she's a loyal fan, we're going to do a SWOT analysis for a beauty supply store, all right? Of course, this can be done for all businesses, but because Miss Dorsey is a loyal fan, we're going to do it for a beauty supply store. So a SWOT analysis, for those who don't know, if you do know, please This is not don't be offended, but there's some individuals who are just starting off in their business and are not as seasoned as you. So I'm asking you to be a little forgiving and understand that not everyone knows what a SWOT analysis is. So a SWOT analysis, it's an acronym, stands for strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. So SWOT, strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. Now, the thing is, you're supposed to do a SWOT analysis before you get into business. So let me preface by saying that you should do a SWOT analysis. You have this great idea of like, you had a dream and grandmama told me in my dream that this is what I'm supposed to do. Run it by a SWOT analysis first. Not saying that grandmama is not telling the truth, but just run it by to prove that it was really grandmama. Do a SWOT analysis on it before you start the business, before you start investing in the business, before you go deep, head forward into the business. Do a SWOT analysis. All right. So SWOT analysis talks about, as a beauty supply store, talk about what some of the strengths are. We're going to just do a mock SWOT analysis. Miss Dorsey has a beauty supply store, but this is definitely not a reflection of Miss Dorsey's, of KJ Beauty Supply. This is not. I have never met Miss Dorsey in person, so I don't know her. So this is Wes's beauty supply store. How's that? All right. So some of the strengths for a beauty supply store could be, let's utilize the Google technology. Let's do that. Known in the community. You guys like that voice text, huh? Yeah. So a strength could be is that you're known in the community. Let's just say that this beauty supply store is in a small community, and that for all of the years that everyone knows, there was always Asian-owned beauty supply stores. And out of the blue comes this Black-owned beauty supply store. So that's a strength because, again, they've had 100 years of Asian beauty supply stores. There's always been the Sally's. And here it is, KJ Beauty Supply said, I am going to be an ambassador for strong Black women. I'm going to be an ambassador for entrepreneurship. I am going to be a representative of what it means to the young girls to see Black girl power, Black girl magic. And I'm not gonna talk about it. I'm gonna be about it. I'm gonna open my own beauty supply store. And the owners of KJ Beauty Supply say, let's do it. And because of that, the entire community is rallying around them, and they are known in the community because all they knew, the community only knew Asians in Sally Beauty Supply Store. And that's the last time I'm going to mention it. I'm not going to give them any free publicity, but they only know Asian-owned beauty supply stores. Now they have KJ Beauty Supply, a symbol of hope, a symbol of excellence, a symbol of cooperative economics, a symbol of not just praying about it, but doing it, right? So that's a strength. That is definitely a strength. Let's say another strength could be have a cosmetology degree. Let's just say you have a cosmetology background, right? Is that what it's called, cosmetology? I think it's called cosmetology. Cosmetology is like, you know, the girly stuff, right? I think it's called cosmetology. Yes, it didn't spell check incorrectly, so it must be cosmetology. So let's just say this: a strength is you have a cosmetology background, right? Another strength, because a beauty supply store is more closer to a Walgreens or a Home Depot than it is to a salon. Miss Dorsey knows that. A beauty supply store, a lot of problems, a lot of hiccups is that stylists or beauticians feel like, I've been a beautician for 5-10 years, I'm going to open a beauty supply store. You are more someone who has worked at Home Depot and has a has more retail experience, has a better chance of success than someone who has a beauty background, because beauty supply store is retail. It's not so much cosmetology, but that's still a plus. That's still a strength. I'm going to leave that as a strength. But let's just say you have a retail background. That's a strength. That is definitely a strength. Let's say something else is another strength could be where the business is located, you have lots of foot traffic, right? So let's say foot traffic is a strength. Lots of foot traffic. That's a strength. Definitely a strength. Another strength could be let's just say that your mother died, right? Okay, somebody died. I'm gonna put your mother, but this is fictitious anyway. So the mother died, and the mother left had a life insurance policy, and with the life insurance policy, the mother, all through the child's life, the mother was like, I see you as an entrepreneur. I see you as an entrepreneur. I want to see you as an entrepreneur. Leave corporate America and you could do what you're doing for them, for yourself. I see you as an entrepreneur. And when the mother died, the daughter was compelled to use that money from the life insurance policy to open the beauty supply store in remembrance of, one, my mother, and knowing that she's going to have the blessings from the mother, and also to create generational legacy, right? So that's a story. And because this beauty supply store is in a small knit community, everyone knew her mother. It's a small community. Everyone knew she got that money from the life insurance policy. So that's a story. So a strength could be everyone knows her story. That's a strength. That is a huge strength. That is a huge strength, because stories are what people resonate with customers. People do business with stories. People do business with people. So these are some of the strengths. I'm not going to go too deep into the strengths because I want to share the rest. But these are some strengths of Lee's beauty supply store. Lee's. Let's call her Leslie. Leslie, that's my sister. Leslie's beauty supply store. All right. So this is a SWOT analysis for Leslie's beauty supply store. Let's talk about some of the weaknesses now. You're going to have strengths. You're going to, of course, have weaknesses. Because Leslie is such a bad manager, not because she's bad, because she doesn't understand business. This is her first go around. She's new to entrepreneurship. She has a short fuse, so she's very high tempered, and because that, employees don't want to stick around that. So she has high employee churn. So high employee turnover, that is a huge weakness for Leslie's beauty supply store. Let's see, what's another, and Miss Dorsey, hey, you're here for a reason. Say them. Tell me what the weaknesses could potentially be. Shout them out, and I'll copy and paste them in. A weakness could be she's next to a barber shop. Leslie's beauty supply store is right next to a barber shop. So there's a lot of loitering, and there's a lot of men right next. So here's a shop that has a lot of men going in, and a beauty supply store has a lot of women going in. So right next to a barber shop. So that's a weakness, right? It's right next to a barber shop. Now, by being right next to a barber shop, there's a lot of loitering. There is a lot of shoddy red, slim thick, red bound. I know you hear me hollering at you. Her customers have to deal with that. Yo, Shotty, I got this new CD. I got this new Common Ground CD. This is me, Common Ground. You want to buy it? So being next to a barbershop, that's a total weakness, because your customers, your females who want to be in and out in 7 minutes, have to cross the Red Sea by the men from the barbershop hollering, being disrespectful. It's just a nuisance. So that's a huge weakness. And I always say, you're going to spend the money either one of two ways. Where you feel that you got a good deal because the rent is low. The rent is very cheap. The rent is cheap, but because it's in a bad place, you got to spend more on marketing to come to this bad place. So there's no getting around it. So if you save money on the space, you're gonna have to double up on the marketing. If you have a good space, and so you're gonna have to spend the money regardless. All right. So that's a weakness. Let's just say it's by a barber shop. Another weakness could be it's on the wrong side of the road. This is major. What do I mean by that? So let me put that down. Wrong side of the road, period, flow of traffic. So what does that mean? That means that if your business is on the, oops, I'm still typing, right? What does that mean? That means if your business is on the wrong side of the road, let's just say, obviously, when individuals are going to, I live in Atlanta. So on the major city, whatever city you're in, if you're in Charlotte, Miami, if you're on the highway and in the morning, I live on the east side. So in the morning, individuals are heading west to go to Atlanta, right? And you're open, obviously, in the afternoon when they're coming home. So you need to be on the east side of traffic. Let me know if that makes sense. Let me know if everyone got that. If you are on the wrong, so if when traffic, the majority of the individuals who support your business are coming home, you need to be on that side of the street when they are coming home, because they do not, and they will not make that U-turn to come to you. So that could be a huge weakness. That is a huge weakness. Let me know if that makes sense, Ms. Dorsey. Let me know if that makes sense. You're on the wrong side of traffic. All right, now let's talk about some opportunities. There's been a resurgence of Black pride. First of all, black hair is not going anywhere. Black hair is not going anywhere. That's an opportunity. Huge opportunity. Huge opportunity for growth. Huge opportunity for growth. Huge opportunity for growth. Black hair is not going anywhere. There's been a rise in Black consciousness. So you have a unlimited amount of customers who are determined to only spend their money with Black-owned beauty supply stores. Huge opportunity. Huge opportunity. A rise of Black consciousness. That is a huge opportunity. Clientele base, you have your clientele that are knowing that they are looking specifically for Black-owned businesses to spend their money with. Huge opportunity. If you got some opportunities, just shout them out, Miss Dorsey, and I'll add them. While you're thinking about those, let's talk about some threats. Threats could be, like I remember I mentioned this on Wednesday, the future of mobile beauty supply stores. Had that. Mobile beauty supply stores. And of course, I had to go back into my archives and I needed proof because I know I took a picture of this before. Here it is. Here it is. Wait, here it is. So this is a Best Buy's Express. Best Buy's Express. What it is, it's a kiosk, self-made, by the way, no employees. It's a snack machine for some of the best items that you would get at Best Buy's. What's in it? Headphones, AV jacks, headphones. So these are obviously, and this was at the airport, I think. So these are obviously things that these are the hot sellers. Individuals forgot their headphones at home. I need headphones. Boom. Headphones. This is where you, as a forward thinker, Ms. Dorsey, need to be thinking about. This is where I'm telling you, this is the future. It's coming. Not it might come or it maybe come. It is coming. Best Buy is understood. They understand. Best Buy, by the way, Best Buy is not going to be around in 10 years, in 5 years. They're on their way out. This is their last hope. They're like, let's try the mobile thing. Yeah, they're gone. Walmart and Amazon, there will be no Best Buy in 5 years, all right? They're going to be just like service merchandise. How many remember service merchandise? But this is the future, Miss Dorsey. This is the future. You need to be Googling and doing research on the individuals who make these boxes and the technology, and you need to have these around your city. Of course, you're going to put your little logo on top right here. It's going to say, instead of where it says Best Buy Express, you're going to have KJ Beauty Supply Express, of course. But this is the future. No and ifs or maybe. I'm not telling you this might happen. I'm telling you this is coming. Embrace and yes, they were not saying that there will not be room or need for brick and mortar. No, I'm not saying that, because Amazon just purchased Whole Food. So Amazon understand that a brick and mortar is important. So I'm not saying you're going to have to or you're going to need to get rid of brick and mortar. But I'm saying to add a bigger footprint, you should start thinking about these at truck stops, at cosmetology schools. What? At exotic clubs where they need some quick makeup. Yeah, so this is what you need to be thinking about. Hey, who thought about it too? CVS. This is at the Georgia World Congress Center. This is at a Congress Center. No CVS, the nearest CVS is miles away. That doesn't mean they can't capitalize off of all this foot traffic. Of course, right here would say KJ Beauty Supply, and you want your pink moisturizer, you have it here. You need, what do you call it? You want your Yaki weaves and Yaki's number 7s. You have those there. You need the Vivica Fox's number 9s. They're here. You need some bobby pins. You need rubber band. You need some clippers. All of that is right there with no overhead of employee. And this never sleeps. This never calls in sick. This never goes to sleep. It never is tired. Doesn't need restroom breaks. Doesn't need to eat. This is the future. Please take heed, and immediately after, the gem is immediately after this, start Googling technology that creates these. I call them snack machines. I'm sure there's a real name for them, but yeah, this is where you need to start looking in the next 5 to 10 years. You need to have KJ Beauty Supply. You need to have one in Atlanta that I would manage for commission. I'll have my son manage it for commission. But no, really, that's what you need to be thinking about. And you just pay a high school student to restock them every day. And that's money on autopilot. All right. So that's that's a threat. Another threat, let's just say another threat for our argument's sake, is they're building a Walmart 2 blocks down the street. Building a Walmart. Because of the Walmart, of course, individuals, that's going to take away some of your market share. Individuals, hey, Miss Kathy Leeds, I see you. If you want to see what I'm doing on screen, you probably want to come over to the Facebook group on Wes Walters and Associates, or you can just go to Periscope or on YouTube. Just go to YouTube. That's the quickest way to do it. So they're building a Walmart 2 blocks down the street. Of course, that's going to take away from your market share, because I will speak from myself. If many times when my daughter says, Daddy, I need to stop at a beauty supply store, while we're at Walmart, I'm like, can you get it from Walmart? Most of the time she can. So that saves me a trip. And of course, individuals are going to think like me. They're going to be like, why do I need to go to make an extra stop to stop at KJ Beauty Supply store when there's a Walmart? So that's a threat. Another threat could possibly be one of the anchor stores in the plaza that you're in goes out of business. Ooh, closed anchor store. Ladies and gentlemen, Listen up. If you are in a strip mall and the anchor store, well, a lot of you don't know what an anchor store is. An anchor store is like a rich, not a rich, did I say riches? You remember rich? An anchor store is like a Macy's, a Walmart, a Publix, Kroger, a big box retailers, or a big grocery store. That's an anchor store. If an anchor store does not renew its lease, you should not renew your lease either. If an anchor store in the strip mall that you're in leaves, you should leave too, because these anchor stores do a lot of money, spend a lot of money and time in research and development and market research rather, and they know something that you don't know. They know that this this neighborhood is on its way down, that it's going in the opposite direction of regentrification. So if an anchor store closes its doors, do not renew your lease. So that's a threat. An anchor store closed. Let's see another threat. Ms. Dorsey, shoot some off to me. Threats could be Asians in blackface. Asians in blackface. So the Asian beauty supply stores owners have realized that, you know what, this black thing is really taking a dent in our pockets. So why don't we just hire a lot of beautiful black sisters and put them in front and act like they run the business when we're in the back collecting the checks? So that's a huge threat. So I don't want to go too deeper. This is just a quasi analysis that I wanted to do in real life, in real time, so that you guys can see how, and first of all, you should do this at the beginning, but you should do these if not every quarter, at least every half of the year. Every 6 months, you should do a SWOT analysis on your business. Now, if your business is bigger, as your business grows, you're going to realize that you're going to have to do SWOT analysis. Threat, low population. There you go, Miss Dorsey. Threat, low population. That's a threat. As your business grows, you're going to realize that that you might have to do a SWOT analysis per department, because you're scaling in such a high level that you can't look at it from a macro. Another one that can go on opportunities, no competition. That's right. I'm in my own lane. Can't nobody compete with me. That comes from being true to your authentic self, operating from a true, authentic place. Once you're operating, nobody can be better Miss Dorsey than Miss Dorsey. I don't care how much you Google. I don't care how many videos you watch of her. You can never be a better Miss Dorsey. Nobody can be a better West than West. Are you kidding me? Who's better? My mother. I came out of my mother. My mother could not be a better me than me. Weakness. No transit system near. Oh my God. Miss Dorsey is flowing straight from the dome right now. Another weakness. Another weakness. So these are all, this is a quasi look up what it looks like to create a SWOT analysis. And again, you should do these every day, at least twice a year, at least twice a year. So these are things that you should think about as a manager, as a business owner, as someone at the helm of an organization. These are the things that you need to be going through. These are the things that you're worried about. Not the petty gossip, not who's gonna win this election. No, because it depends. Regardless of who wins the election, it's still business as usual for you. Still business as usual for you. So I encourage you to do these, and as a business owner, consistently, at least twice a year, the minimum twice a year. And again, as you scale, continue to do them for your business. I mean, as you scale, you might have to do them per department. So, let's have a little fun. Let's have a little fun. Let's, like I said, my guy, before I was an entrepreneur, my mentor would always encourage me to do these on myself. So I would encourage you to do these for yourself. Yes, Do a SWOT analysis on yourself. So let me use myself. Let me use myself as a guinea pig, right? So that we know that is there's no love, and just want to be out of transparency. So a strength could be for me could be I'm college educated, masters in business. First, let me stop. I know immediately after this broadcast, people are going to be in my inbox. Oh, you're better than me because you have a degree. No, stop, please. I'm just making an example. The two people that I idolize the most, Bob Marley and the Dalai Lama, don't have college degrees. So it is not. I am not better than you because I have a college degree. It simply means that I have more student loans than you. That's all it means. That's all it means. So let's keep it moving. Masters in business. Second-time home owner, rental property. I have teenage kids. I'm a proven entrepreneur. I'm a full-time entrepreneur. I'm spiritual. I have business acumen. I'm physically in shape. I'm fizzy in shape. Physically in shape, well-traveled, cultured, author, film director, author. So this is, again, I don't want it to come across as bragging. So these are some of the strengths for Wes. Let's talk about some of the weaknesses. Some of my weaknesses is I'm too strict when it comes to discipline. Many people in my circle have told me that when it comes to discipline, I'm too strict. One of my mentors describe it to me. He's like, Wes, just because you operate from a black belt, just because you're a black belt, that doesn't mean everyone else is a black belt. So I had to learn that okay, you know what? I am too strict. Just the strict routine that I place on myself, I can't put that on other people. Another weakness, along with those those college degrees, Team Sally Mae. Another weakness would be I've been told this. I speak too fast. In the comments, a lot of the people that are watching say, hey, man, I can't really understand you. You speak too fast. Another weakness for me, Miss Dorsey would agree, is that whenever there's a guest, I cut people off when they speak. I'm working on that. Another weakness could be this is a huge weakness for me. Default answer is yes. Because I'm, as a servant, I'm always trying to serve people that, my default answer is yes. And it should be no. It should be no. Let's talk about some opportunities for Wes. Huge opportunities right now for me is learning and mastering Forex, capitalizing on the home market and purchasing another rental property, learning ad copy and mastering ad copy. These are opportunities for Wes. Huge opportunities. Threats. Let's put threats down here. Threats for me could be what could be a threat? I have hypertension and diabetes on both sides of my family. So hypertension, diabetes. So that's why I work out, because I don't want hypertension. I don't want diabetes. What's another threat? Threat. This is a given. Being pulled over by a racist cop. That's a threat. So again, these are things that you should do for your business. And I just wanted to add it with some humor, but do one on yourself. Do one on yourself. A lot of women or brothers who are like, I can't find a good spouse. I'm still single. Do a SWOT analysis and be honest and say, well, okay, these are some of the things that I bring to the table. These are some of my strengths. These are some of my weaknesses. These are some of the things that I need to improve on. These are some of the opportunities for growth and expansion. And these are some threats. These are some things that if I don't pay attention, they can come in and take over. These are, if you, no matter how much money you get, if you get diabetes and hypertension and you get your feet amputated, you're no longer that much of a good person on the market. All right. So I hope this was helpful, Miss Dorsey. Let me know if you got some help from this, and anyone that's looking in the replay, of the importance of doing a SWOT analysis and how this can affect and help your business. Let me know if that made sense, if that was helpful to you. Let me know if that was helpful to you. I know there's a delay, so I'm sure Ms. Dorsey's typing in right now that it was very helpful. And share this with any other business owner that you know, especially the ones in your circle who are potentially opening beauty supply stores as well. Let them know the importance. SWOTs are so powerful. Yes, Terry Abram. Yes, SWOTs are very powerful. So share this with any other business owner in your team, in your circle of influence who are potentially trying to open a beauty supply store. Definitely share it with them, or anyone who's trying to open a business, anyone who's in the dating field. Have them do a SWOT analysis on themselves. Some of the weaknesses and threats are maybe some of the reasons why no one is taking you seriously, or you're not attracting that ideal mate. Hey, there you go. SWOT. I'm coming out with a new book, SWOT analysis for relationships. That's the next book, SWOT analysis for relationships. But on a serious note, yeah, share this with all business owners that you know, and do one for your business and do one for yourself. All right. Yes, they are very helpful. Yes. Okay. Very helpful. I'm glad you enjoyed it, Miss Dorsey. As always, thank you for tuning in. You guys have a safe weekend. Don't go paranoid, panicking over the weekend. Like, when are they going to decide? Just chill and keep your eye on the bag and the coins and make the money, regardless of who's in the White House. All right. So thank you guys for tuning in. Be safe this weekend. Tell someone you care about them. Tell someone you love them. And you can have an awesome day if you create it. Peace.